Hey everybody, this is itsdarockstar, a part of SuperObvious. We are going to be talking about WWE's TLC pay-per-view for 2017. I don't know if I caught the whole pre-show, but when I started watching it, I get to see the Miz promo backstage. Miz cuts a promo about the match that's taking place with Kurt Angle taking the place of Roman Reigns during their match. His promo is fantastic, as he always is, and he says a line about Kurt Angle somewhere around, "It's not every day you get to beat up your boss." That is funny as hell, man. After that, we have a match during the pre-show, which is Sasha Banks against Alicia Fox. This was actually a really great match. There was a lot of hard hits that had me like, oh my god. The match was pretty long, probably 50 to 20 minutes. I'm not always sold on the female matches, but this was a really good match that should have been a part of the show. But I understand that the card is already stacked and all the matches can't be on the main show, so I get it. There's a funny segment with Alicia Fox. She has Sasha Banks outside about to get counted out, and she yells at the referee to do his job. And she's yelling at the crowd to do the job for the referee. That is funny as hell too. So that pretty much wraps up the pre-show from what I saw. Once the pay-per-view starts, the first match is Emma against Asuka. I was surprised that they opened up the pay-per-view with this match, but also kind of not surprised because WWE has been doing really good with a real good banger or a really good first match to open up a pay-per-view. And of course, debuting Asuka sounds like a pretty good way to kick off the show. Emma comes out, we hear the entrance theme of Asuka, and the crowd starts to pop. We wait a little bit. Once we actually see her, the crowd pops hard as fuck. It's great. From the start, Asuka is owning Emma with her wrestling ability, which we know she has really good strikes, submissions, takedowns. The crowd's like, oh, during all this. There's a segment where Emma is looking pretty good against Asuka doing a bunch of slams, which was surprising. We see some of Asuka's striking ability, doing hard leg kicks, face kicks, and even stepping on Emma's hand. That was funny. Asuka does a belly-to-back suplex with Emma's leg caught up between them, which was crazy. Asuka delivers a very stiff high roundhouse kick to the face, and that is the finish for the match and Asuka's debut. It was a good match to start off the show. After the first match, we have a promo backstage with The Miz, The Bar, which is Sheamus and Cesaro, along with Braun Strowman and Kane. The Miz is pretty funny talking to Cesaro and Sheamus about their match. Braun shows up and you hear the crowd pop, which is crazy because he's a heel, he's a bad guy. The fans love Braun Strowman. Almost everybody loves Braun Strowman. After that, Kane shows up and the crowd pops again. They all talk about their match later on tonight. After that, we have Elias Samson in the ring doing his promo. Elias talks a bunch of shit to the crowd, getting a bunch of heat, which is funny as hell. He talks about doing his song. It is interrupted when a bunch of vegetables are thrown at him by Jason Jordan. It's funny as hell. It's really funny. I think this was a response from Jason Jordan because when he was backstage with Kurt Angle, Elias came out and pretty much dissed him. He was talking shit to him like, well, yeah, at least I'm part of the show. And you hear the crowd go, oh. So that was kind of a low blow. So Jason Jordan doing something about that is pretty funny. After that, we have a tag team match with Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick against Rich Swann and Cedric Alexander. Jack Gallagher has new entrance music, which I think is really cool. And also what's kind of funny is he wrestles in all dress clothes, like button-up vest, dress shirt, slacks, dress shoes. That's pretty cool, man. That's talented. You can't teach that. During the match, Jack and Brian Kendrick show really good tag team wrestling with frequent tags, staying in control of the match for the most part. The match has a lot, and I mean a lot, of hard strikes from all the wrestlers, especially Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann, which in my opinion are debatably the hardest strikers in 205. Jack hits Swann with a headbutt that's loud as fuck. Cedric hits Jack with a spinning elbow that's loud as hell. I won't say fuck that time. Oh, I said it. Brian Kendrick hits Cedric Alexander with two super loud kicks. I don't know how they fake this. It looks and sounds like it hurts a lot. After that match, we have the first title match of the night, which is Alexa Bliss against Mickie James for the Raw Women's Championship. This is our first title match of the night. Mickie James is being introduced. She gets a pop from the fans. Mickie is from Richmond, which is close to me, so I support her, even though I like Alexa Bliss a lot. Soon as the match starts, Bliss tries leaving the ring, where Mickie James catches her in between the ropes and slaps Alexa Bliss on her butt. As the match goes on, Alexa Bliss is targeting the arm of Mickie James and seems dominant. We go into a slap fest where Alexa and Mickie slap the hell out of each other a whole bunch of times. The finish of the match is Alexa slamming Mickie James into the turnbuckle and then delivering her short DDT to end the match and keep the title. Backstage, we have a promo with Kurt Angle along with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Kurt talks to Dean and Seth about the situation and how they will be doing their match. He is cut off with Seth giving him a vest that's similar to what the Shield wears. I lied, it's exactly what the Shield wears. The crowd pops really hard with this, and that is the end of the segment. After that, we have the match with AJ Styles against Finn Balor. This is a dream match. This is something that we probably would have seen down the road after some story build up. AJ Styles is filling in for Bray Wyatt because Bray Wyatt is sick. And it sucks, but hey, this is a match that we all want to see. I'm not going to go over the whole match. I'm going to talk about the finish of the match. When Finn Balor does his coup de grace, the jumping double foot stomp, normally he falls and kind of breaks his fall so he doesn't hurt the other wrestler. When he did the double foot stomp off the top rope, he completely stomped AJ Styles. If that doesn't hurt, then they're doing their job because it looks like it hurts really bad. After that, we have the match of Jason Jordan against Elias. This match to me was a really great match. Jason Jordan shows off his wrestling skills, as always, and is very impressive and fun to watch. He's going against Elias, which I did not know this would be a match during the pay-per-view, but from the events earlier that I talked to you about, I am not surprised. Jason Jordan was disrespected by Elias earlier, and it was pretty messed up. So after this, Jason Jordan gets him back by throwing vegetables during his performance. There is a segment pretty close to the start of the match where a potato happens, which is a receipt when someone hits the wrestler really hard. Elias hits Jason Jordan with an elbow that's loud as shit, pretty stiff, and Jason Jordan responds with a push and then a hard slam. It looks pretty intense. It may have been off script, but that's just my analysis on what I'm watching. The match continues and Jason is showing his real wrestling ability with a bunch of powerful slams and takedowns, which amazed the crowd and the commentary while they're calling the match. Elias hits Jason Jordan with a jumping knee, slamming his head to the middle turnbuckle, which is loud as shit. Michael Cole and Corey Graves break the fourth wall with Booker T's commentary, again calling him out on flip-flopping with his opinions and views and kind of just I don't know, when you contradict yourself. They're calling out Booker T on this, and it's been going on for a few of the shows that I've seen on Raw. As the match goes on, Jason Jordan seems in control, but is hit with a hard knee strike and is thrown into the corner, which is showing that Jason's leg is hurt. But as being attacked, Jason pulls a small package roll out of nowhere, and that is the ending of the match. That's the finish. It was a great match to watch. We have the Enzo Amore against Kalisto match for the Cruiserweight title. This was an okay match. I don't really care about Enzo Amore. I kind of like his heel turn. It's cool. He disrespects the whole Cruiserweight division. The match was pretty much back and forth. I'm pretty sure Enzo was going to win the match. Enzo hits his finisher, becoming the two-time champ. I could have went to the bathroom and missed it and not really cared. After that, we have the main event of the night. Wait a minute, already? There weren't even that many matches. Wait a minute. There's Emma against Asuka. There's the tag team match. There's the women's title match. There's the cruiserweight match. AJ Styles against Finn Balor match. Jason Jordan against Elias. That's only 5 matches? Wow. Alright, anyways, the main event is The Miz, Cesaro, and Sheamus, along with Braun Strowman and Kane, against Kurt Angle, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins. It's 3 against 5. Wow. Alright, we get pretty normal reactions for The Miz and Cesaro with Sheamus. The crowd pops for Kane's entrance, and the crowd really pops for Braun Strowman's entrance, which is cool. He is technically a heel, but fans love him. Everybody loves Braun Strowman. When the Shield is entering the ring, they do their trademark entrance through the crowd. You see Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Once we see Kurt Angle, especially in the Shield Riot-like gear that they wear, the crowd pops loud as shit. The match starts with the Shield using the chairs to even the odds since they are outnumbered. Remember, it's 3 against 5. Kurt Angle keeps a ladder in hand, smashing Kane and Braun Strowman, while Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose attack all the other wrestlers. There is a huge spot where Kane and Braun Strowman are on separate tables. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose are on top of ladders, and they both jump off, smashing both of them through tables. It is crazy. The crowd pops loud as shit. It is very fun to watch. Eventually, The Miz and The Bar start beating up Kurt Angle. They attempt a shield bomb, but is stopped by Seth and Dean. This was a big moment because they've mocked the shield bomb before, and it really sucks. Angle has a great spot of belly to back suplexes to The Miz. Kane gets up from the outside and gets put in the ankle lock for a bit. The crowd pops and chants Kurt that he's still able to wrestle. You know, you still got it, which is cool. It's interrupted by Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman power slams Kurt Angle through a table on the outside. Before this, Kurt is being in the match was pretty chill and safe. He just was using weapons. He wasn't doing a whole lot of like hard contact. That changes. With Kurt Angle hurt, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins start getting the shit beat out of them by The Miz, Braun Strowman, Cesaro, and Sheamus with chair shots out of the ring. This kind of draws out for a while. It looks pretty bad and almost not even fun to watch. Kane accidentally hits Braun Strowman with a chair, making the space of Seth and Dean Ambrose a little more able to have a comeback, because they were getting punished for a long time. When Kane hits Strowman with the chair, you hear a pretty big pop from the fans, and it is pretty funny. Kane knows he messed up, and Braun slowly turns around like he is about to beat him up. It's funny as shit. Sheamus and Cesaro try and slam Dean through a table, which does not work. I'm pretty sure that was a botch, and everyone can tell that was not supposed to go the way it did. They set up the table in the corner. Braun throws Dean into the corner, breaking the table into a million pieces. It shatters all over the place. Wow. Everyone is fighting towards the top of the entrance ramp, where we see Kane hit Strowman from behind with a punch that's loud as hell. Braun slowly turns around and Kane hits him in the face again, then choke slams Braun Strowman to the side of the ramp towards the entrance. A little bit of the time passes and Braun reaches up, grabbing Kane's foot. Kane looks up and drops a load of chairs on Braun Strowman. The crowd pops loud as shit. After that, the action starts back up on the ramp. Kane double chokeslams Dean and Seth through tables, and Dean looks like he hit the table hard as hell. It looked pretty stiff, and it looked like it hurt, like, for real. Everyone is attempting to put Seth and Dean in a garbage truck, where we see Strowman rise from what happened to him earlier. The crowd pops. Kane looks freaked out. Miz tries begging Braun to not attack Kane because they still have the strength in numbers. Braun starts attacking Kane, which leads to all 4 members attacking Braun Strowman. All of his teammates start beating up Braun Strowman. Wow. They throw him in the garbage truck and the truck leaves. All other members drag Seth to the ring and beat him up some more. Once pinned, Dean breaks up the count out of nowhere. This was a really big part of the show. During this match, when Seth was getting pinned, you thought it was over because they've taken so much punishment. But anyways, Dean breaks that up. The crowd pops. I popped. Everybody popped. We get a huge pop when Kurt Angle shows back up. He was injured and taken out of the match earlier. He slams Cesaro, or Olympic slams Cesaro through a table, and he Olympic slams Sheamus on the entrance ramp, which looks like that hurt a lot. Kane starts beating up Kurt Angle, but Dean and Seth help him, smashing Kane with chair shots. Kane is in the ring recovering. Miz tries to sneak and slide in, hitting Kurt with a skull-crushing finale, which I was sure would be the end of the match, but Kurt kicks out. That shocked me. They got me on that. The finish of the match is The Miz getting Olympic Shield triple powerbomb. That's what they're calling it. They pretty much give him the shield bomb, with Kurt Angle being the main person that power bombs him. They win the match. That ends the pay-per-view. The crowd pops loud as shit. It is a really good show. I give TLC 2017 a thumbs up for sure. This is your boy Beat as a Rockstar, part of SuperObvious. I will see you guys in the next video.